All right, so I'm at the 4010, and I'm trying what David Dahl, I don't know how to say your last name. I'm sorry. Suggested about this line, the pressure return line. I started the tractor with the line on, or no, I lied. I started the tractor I took the line off and started it, and I had fuel shooting out of the pump. I revved it, and that sucker jumped up like crazy. I put the line back on, fired it up, throttled it up, and it slowly idled up, and now it won't turn over. I mean, it turned over, but it won't start. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the line back off. Because he said to try taking the line off, seeing if the fuel comes out, because there's a pressure, a check valve in there that could be stopped up, causing it to not open some little deals inside there, or the line could be plugged. Come on, fuel line. So I'm hoping when I take this line off, this tractor will fire right up. And then just to test it again, I'll put the line back on it and run it. Now, for the guys that said check or clean the fuel tank and everything, I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I don't believe that's 100% the problem. And the tank's full up to like here, a good halfway or better of diesel fuel. Now, if it does not fix the problem, what I'm doing, I think this fuel filter might be leaking. Oh, come on. I will drain the tank, because I do need to put a sending unit and everything in it. It's just, that's not the top thing I want to do on my list of draining that tank. But I will do it if this doesn't fix it, I promise. So, alright, we're going to start the tractor. I'm going to throttle her back. See, it's just shooting fuel out. That's how it should run. That's how it should run. That gets me excited. Now I'm going to put it back on, just for the heck of it. Now I'm going to ask, since I believe this line's the problem, what would you guys suggest is the best way to clean it? Because it's the rail, it goes across all the injectors, couples there, runs up, back into the fuel tank. What would you guys suggest be the best way to clean it? Take the whole thing completely off and blow air through it? Or, well, that's probably the best way. Take them off so you don't blow any junk into the injectors. Where am I going here? The wrong way, dummy. Tighten it up. All right, tightened up. Okay, that's weird. It's running good now. Question. Should I have bled that when I put everything back on? Could that have been the problem? I mean, I don't know if that is bleedable or not. Just a question. I tell you, the ultimate test would be to get it out of the barn and try it. And it's getting later. It is 8:55. It's almost time for me to go to bed. But I took a nap because that's what working people do. Take a nap when they get off work. I lost my 9/16 wrench. Okay, so I'm going to get this crap out of the way. I'm going to get it out just because that has piqued my interest quite a bit to why it's doing that. Let me wipe off some of this fuel. And I have an issue. This injection line's leaking. Just a little bit. I put the new steel little washer deals in there, and they leaked god awful. So whatever one's leaked, I put old ones back on. On the insides where they were leaking from, and this one still leaks. You can tighten that sucker down and everything, and it just dribbles just a little bit. So if anybody has any tidbits on that, I mean, just a little drip's all it is. So yeah, let me get things cleaned up off the deck and we'll get her out and see what happens. Okay, the disc is hooked up. We got fifth gear. Take her out here, let's see. Hold on. Never got something. I would have figured that out eventually. I lost my 9/16 wrench somewhere. I gotta wait. I'm gonna disc another part of the field so maybe I don't turn it under. But let's see what happens. In the ground. definitely night and day difference from yesterday, but I think I'm still going to clean that line because it seemed a little bogged down, I thought. And it's probably not going to be a bad idea to clean it. So, if you would, comment the best way you think to clean that. I think take it all the way off, all the way to the tank, blow it out with air, and even the little valve at the top of the tank, maybe blow air in towards the tank or something like that. But I think that might have solved the problem. So thank you, David, for that. This weekend I'll play with it some more. I'll clean that line and see if I can find my wrench, and then maybe we'll get some discing done. Try it out before we take it 2 hours south and have an issue. So alright, that's the video. Thanks for everybody that commented, and eventually, yes, I will clean the tank. I just want to get most of the fuel out of it, because I don't know if this tank's ever been cleaned or anything. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the help. And comment on how you think the best way to clean that line is. I'm going to unhook and put this back in the barn. Alright, thanks for watching. Okay, last little tidbit. Loss of that little lack of power I thought it had might be because that injection line's leaking. It is leaking pretty good there. You can see it's all wet. I went to pull it in the barn and it started missing a little bit more. So comments on opinions on that. I had that sucker cranked tight, and that thing still leaked the other day. I had it to where it wasn't leaking, and then when me and my buddy were messing around, he noticed it was leaking pretty good. So, comments on what you think about that. Alrighty, thanks.